want to thank you for being here to have a chance to meet our new head softball coach, Jodi Hermanek. Your presence means not only a great deal to the athletic department and to each one of us, but to our extraordinary university. And it really demonstrates the support and the excitement for the future of Pitt athletics. There's no question that we've been through quite a bit of transition with our head coaches this year, and we're really looking forward to the upcoming year to have a sense of stability and unity and continuity in the leadership of our programs, our sport teams, and our administrative team this coming year. I want to say thank you, a huge thank you to our administrative coaches, our teams, for recruiting and hiring and being a part of the hiring process of our new head coaches, and certainly Jodi is no exception. I would say that there's really no question that the importance of each head coach that we bring into our staff and into our family is invaluable. And together, our coaches and the staff directly impact the lives of other people's children every day. And that's a great responsibility, and it's a very important decision that we make to bring a new leader into our program. And I would say for our softball coach, we have found an invaluable new member of the Panther family. When I first met Jodi, here's kind of what stuck in my head. She's a competitor. She's incredibly passionate. She's a veteran head coach with 14 years of head coaching experience. She's confident in her ability to build and sustain a program because she's done it before. She is more than prepared for this opportunity, but most importantly, she wants to be here at Pitt, and she wants to be a part of this community. She joins us most recently coming from Ohio University, where she spent the last decade building and sustaining a level of success at the highest level within the MAC. When I spoke to her previous athletic director, Jim Schaus, who happens to be a really good friend of mine, he was hesitant to take the phone call because I think he knew what it meant. But I'll tell you, he said, the first thing he said was, she's the type of person you would hate to lose within your athletic department. And there's no question she's prepared to lead an ACC team, and she is absolutely the type of person and coach you want within your athletic department. So Jodi's plan for developing and building a successful softball program works. And we're excited here to support her in those efforts to build upon this softball team's momentum from last year. I think I got so many messages from donors and people connected to Pitt Athletics who sent me a message, I'm watching Pitt softball on ESPN, and we're 3 outs away. And I think the excitement that you guys built within this program and the taste for success that you saw was very real, and it resonated, I know, with you all, but certainly resonated with all of us too. And we know what you're capable of, and we are confident in Jodi's ability to help build upon that momentum. I'll tell you, as a former softball player, I have to confess that I sat through the interviews often and thought, would I want to be coached by this person sitting in that chair? I think, what I thought to myself, I happened to be coached by an awfully tough coach, and I said, is she tougher than Hutch? I know that there's really no way that's possible. Thank goodness. No, I love her. But what I love about my college coach and the experience that I had as a softball player is, she made me better than I ever thought was possible. And that's really what a great coach does. They believe in you, they raise the bar higher than you think is possible, and they make you better than you ever expected. And that's what I believe Jodi will do for our student athletes. When I met Jodi this morning, one of the first things she said was, I can't wait to get in the room with our team. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, it's an honor to be with all of you, but I know her focus is on those kids, and that's really, exactly why we want the coaches that we have in our programs. So we're thrilled to welcome Jodi, her husband David, her daughter Emma, who is nothing short of a delight and a spark plug, to Pittsburgh. And I will tell you, I also learned today that she and David, this is pretty unusual, but she and David got married married the morning before a doubleheader, and Emma was born 7 days before her first MAC championship that she actually coached in, 7 days after you were born. So I think we have 2 good luck charms in the house and in our family, and so it's really my pleasure to introduce to you our new head softball coach, Jodi Hermanek.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What an opportunity that I have been just so blessed to have. I have this awesome script in front of me. I'm going to do my best to follow it because I'm a softball coach by nature, and so this format right here, I'm going to get through. But I definitely want to say thank you to Heather Like for the incredible opportunity to be selected as a 3rd head coach here for the Pitt Panthers softball program. I definitely want to say thank you to Chancellor Gallagher, who on vacation this week has taken the opportunity to reach out to me and express a warm welcome. And support like that is just is definitely something that I want to be a part of. When I interviewed for this position, instantly I was drawn in by the camaraderie amongst the athletic department. I know that transition, as Heather spoke on, has been a big part of her surge here, but everybody that I met with was so genuine, so warm, and so welcoming. And the vision in which is transpiring and taking place here, and the rise of Pitt athletics was clear, and it was consistent, and it was very tangible to what the expectations are coming forward to Pitt. And so I want to be a part of that, and I knew right away I wanted to be a part of this crew, of her vision, and I definitely wanted to be a part of a hungry softball program. I'm getting off task here, but we're going to keep going. I definitely have to say a huge thank you to specifically Jen Toscano and the entire search committee, as you guys were exceptional in making me feel extremely welcomed here, well-informed on the history of University of Pitt, as well as all the inner workings of how this university operates and what the mission is. My family, David and I, and Emma are so extremely excited and grateful to join this Pitt family. After a decade of at Ohio University, I definitely want to take this opportunity to send a thank you to Jim Schaus, athletic director at Ohio, who was my hiring AD, as well as my former SWA deputy AD, Amy Dean. There's many members of the community in Athens that that we made lifelong memories with, and we're very blessed to have had that time spent there. Moving forward, I'm a coach who likes to speak in metaphors and analogies. And with that, those who know me close also know that those come with Hermanisms, as they have been titled about 10 years ago, which means I don't speak good English. So relative to today, I wanted to share the analogy in my thank you process of a turtle on a post. When I heard this analogy, it made me think about what it meant, and in that meaning definitely is about a turtle getting onto a post. It does not happen without given support and given the opportunity that people have to supply that turtle's journey to the top of that post. So clearly it didn't get there by itself. So that it comes with guidance and support from others. And with that opportunity today, I wanted to make sure I say thank you to the people who have helped me at this point in my career climb to the top of that post. I am a turtle by speed and nature. I want to thank my amazing close-knit group of coaching peers and friends who have just challenged me consistently, personally and professionally, to be better than I was the day before or the season before or the moments before anything has transpired. So thank you to my close-knit group. Their friendship means that I'm a better person because they are great people. I definitely have to thank my parents, Barry and Donna Hermanek, They are actually celebrating this month their 50th wedding anniversary. So this is just another great celebration to add with their 50th celebration. I'm blessed to have softball-oriented family. They are my number one fans, and soon to be attending many Pitt games to come. And they actually had Pitt gear before I did. So David and I definitely have to thank our Charlotte family, our Texas family, and our family out in California for all of your given support, not just now, but throughout this time of our career and lives. And David and I are extremely excited to bring Emma into this electric city of Pittsburgh and watch her flourish and grow with all of the opportunities here in this championship community that I think that she's accustomed to. Without a doubt, I have to thank my number one, I can't look at him, my rock, my husband. Thank you for your love and your support, your encouragement, your partnership, and your teamwork. And 5 years ago, we committed a life together, and since then, we've been living life right. We are strong in our faith, exciting sense of adventure, and living to serve and support the community in which we live in. And now we look forward to lending that support and that community involvement here in Pittsburgh. When David and I came to Pittsburgh on our interview process, right away we knew that this is where we belong. It took no moment for us to think about it. We just knew that this was the next step. This was the next phase of our life together. So a lot of people asked me in the interview process and since then, why Pitt? Well, I feel like there's a lot I could say, but if I really just grasp it into three components, Pitt, as I have learned, you were going to be able to win with the academic excellence that this institution offers, because we're going to be able to attain amazing recruits that want to flourish under this educational prestige that Pitt offers. It puts an amazing amount of resources out there for these student athletes, from the new renovations to the Wilda Hillis Academic Center. One of the statistics that I came across was the 97% job placement statistic that I think is beyond remarkable. And the, I think, nation-leading life skills program that offers these student athletes the ability to climb the ladder in many different ways, academically, internally as characters, nutrition programs, and taking care of that ability to connect with your brotherhood of Panthers, your sisterhood of Panthers, and your forever Panthers. So definitely we can win with those academic excellence of this institution. At Pitt, we can definitely win with this campus and this community. It's electric, it's thriving, it's flourishing. This is a location that the young population wants to be in. This community is about you, it's for you, and it's just an opportunity for these young athletes to access and to utilize and take advantage of. This campus is historic. All the way through the cathedral, just the ability or the things that there's surrounding this campus that just make it unique to any others. The city of bridges is the city of champions, and Pittsburgh's people support people. Pittsburgh is full of people who want to support these student athletes and get behind them and to take on the surge that we're all leading towards. But at Pitt, definitely, I'm going to win with the people. First and foremost, and I knew that right away when I walked through the door. They won me right away. I was wanting them to want me, because I definitely wanted to be a part of what Heather has been bringing forward. You win with your, be able to recruit great people, and I think with the academic excellence, this campus, the facilities that are in front of, around us, but also with the kind of leverage that the team has put down of that winning mindset, can recruit some great student athletes with that kind of surge. Pitt has all the right people in place for leadership. The leadership here is pronounced. It is in front of you as soon as you walk in the door. It starts atop with the support of the Chancellor and Heather Lake's experience and leadership, and members of the administration, And immediately I could understand and articulate that gold standard and what that means, and I wanted to be a part of it. I look forward to aiding Heather and the rest of the administration in and being a part of the process and all the things that are laid here for the foundation of success. They're definitely all ingredients of a championship culture. And just as she was speaking of winning with people, I do take my mentoring, my job, my role to lead student athletes, these young women, as a woman, I take it very seriously. It's something that I'm passionate about. I want the same thing for my daughter when she has the opportunity to be in their shoes. So my family and I are an extension of my Panther family, and I'm extremely honored to have that opportunity to get to know all of them. But big on family culture. One of the things I got the opportunity to sit in with these student athletes today, I had some of them on my interview as well, but it is the hunger right there. We're going to win with these people. The hunger right there from the 2017 success of winning an ACC Coastal Championship, a divisional championship, they know what it's like. They know what it takes to win, and I want to jump on that mindset and that opportunity with them. We're meeting each other at the right moment because they're hungry, I'm hungry. Here comes a big, huge buffet of championship success. A little bit about myself. I'm a softball coach. It's what I've been doing for a good part of my life. I knew exactly that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a Division I head softball coach when I was at my alma mater as an assistant. If you asked me what I wanted to do, I had my mission. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I needed to take steps in the roadmap. My history is unique. I'm a blue-collar head coach. I'm a blue-collar worker. I have a track record behind me that has put me to be the equipment manager, to the field crew, to the recruiting coordinator, to all of it. So I'm very capable of taking care of all of the components that facilitate a championship program. And all the things off the field that are awarded to these student athletes, we will make sure are taken care of in a serious mindset because the resources here for them to have success are above and beyond. I am very passionate about being a woman in front of young women and taking my leadership role and being a role model for them on and off the field. That's my number one. The game is always going to be the game. We have that in common. But how do we work through this life, this part of the your career, your stage as being a young woman as a four-year collegiate athlete? There's a lot of doors to open, and I hope that I can exemplify to them what it looks like, what it feels like, and how it's going to be to put yourself first and be the woman that you want to be, get the education that you want to attain, and at the same time train and win and have a great time doing it. I'm all about my culture. So where are we going to start? We're going to start by putting language. We're going to start by putting the facilitation of what a championship culture is about, and that way we can all be on the same page. And from what I hear from our student athletes, it's exactly what they're looking for. So again, we're just in the right map, meeting each other in the same location, and it's a great place to be. We're going to talk a lot about living the lifestyle of being an elite athlete to achieve what we want to achieve at the ACC level and national ranking attention, which I'm very confident that this program is capable of getting. We're going to talk about what it takes to be the elite athlete, so that we can make sure that it's not just by chance, it's not just by nature, it's going to be because of the cause and effect of how we work in and out every single day. From nutritional value to mental health values to training room values to on-the-field values to conduct off the field as well. All those things are important because if we want to be champions today and we want to build a sustaining program, it's not just about living that life right now, it's about paving that roadmap. That's what our responsibility is here as seniors. Pave that roadmap right now so that every other Panther can follow in your suit. And that's how you leave legacies. So it's my mission to get every athlete the best collegiate athletic experience so they value their experience as a Panther and take pride in their university. We want every Panther to come back as a forever Panther. And I think that's one of the things I'm really excited about is meeting our softball alumni and getting them to get on the mission with us and getting them to celebrate this success of this program with us. Pitt has the ingredients that are vital to build a championship program in the ACC and become a nationally ranked program. And I can't wait to get on the Vartabedian field with these student athletes, which is a beautiful facility. I look forward to the progresses and the future look for our current facilities that are in place and the renovations that are going to take place there so that it continues to appeal to the student athletes and just drive that first-class manner of how we're going to work. Lastly, and above all, about the team, is to these student athletes who I had the opportunity to sit with just moments ago. To be candid, they know a lot, and they want to win. And they're talking to me about strength of schedule, and they're talking to me about, coaching staffs, and they're talking to me about all the things that are important elements to a winning program. And I love the fact that they're speaking my language because they understand the mission and what it takes. And if they understand that mission, then there's no excuse for you not to just jump on board fully willing and able to create this mission together. And I tell you what, ladies, we're going to have a great time doing it. It's all about, yes, having some business orientation to it, taking care, producing, winning. But in the meantime, we're going to win. We're going to have all that fun. We're going to laugh hard. We're going to smile a lot. We're going to really embrace each other, find each other's values and strengths, and make sure that we're rising them up so that everybody in this program has a vital hand in the process of building Pitt softball. So after the 2017 season, as I mentioned, and I won't harbor it much longer, but the team got a big taste of what it's like to be a champion. And so, as I said, I'm just really excited to meet this team face-to-face come, I think, a week and a couple of days, and just get it all wrapped up and start the work and do the grind together. So with that, I look forward to completing the final steps of completing the staff that is going to aid me in this adventure. I look forward to the start of the semester, and I just got to say how blessed and humbled and excited my family and I are to be here. And so, hail to Pitt. Yeah.
With that being said, we'll open for questions.
Hi there, Jodi. I'm Craig Meyer with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you, Craig.
You had touched on it some there. This is a program coming off of an ACC title game. There were a couple outs away from getting to the NCAA tournament. What do you feel like, under your guidance, would be sort of a logical next step for this program?
I'm sorry, under my guidance to continue to build this program?
Well, yeah, no. What do you feel like would be sort of a logical next step for this program?
Well, definitely, we're going to pay attention to the strength of scheduling. We're going to work to make sure that that's a strategy so that we can continue to put this program on the competition surface with some of the best in the nation, build that strength of schedule. Like as I told the student athletes earlier, we're not going to just rely on that at-large bid. It's nice to have in your back pocket, yes, but we want to be champions first and foremost. So that's how we want to disclose our road to the NCAA postseason. But I think with the roster having some change in it from the seniors that were a part of that success last year and now the rise of the others, and losing some home run hitters or a pitcher here or there, whatever it might be, it's their opportunity now to embrace it and to rise into it and find out who's going to be the next one to step to the plate and rise to the occasion.
Coach, Matt Grubba from DKPittsburghSports.com was moving to a major conference school and, a program like Pitt always a career goal of yours?
Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't the end-all, be-all for me. I wanted to be I've always wanted to make sure I'm in a place where I'm aided with support to bring as much success as I see needs to generate to a program. And so having confident, driven, and supportive administration is my number one. You have to love who you work for and why they're working. And I think that that was evident here. I knew right away I would fit in with the level of work that's expected here, with the level of resources that are accessible here. So I'm ready to just get started and to abuse some of these resources. Sorry, people, if you're one of those, but to abuse our resources here so that I can lift every rock, find out what's underneath it, and how can I utilize what's there. So it wasn't the end all be all for me, but as long as I'm in a place where I feel that people are supporting success, that's the biggest thing, and I found that here.
Yeah, I was curious how did the first meeting with the players go? How did they seem to take to you? What did you sort of pick up from them?
Well, definitely the transition in the time frame is a little unnerving for any 18 to 22-year-old. Hey, we start school in a couple of weeks. So who's our leader? But here I am today, sitting in front of them, and the meeting today was, what are you guys looking for? That was the question. What are you guys looking to pick up as we start? And really, one mentioned there's a fire lit. There's a fire lit with the transition. There's a fire lit for how we left off last season. Others mentioned, about how hungry they are, what a close group they were last year as well, and how all those components to me are formula for a program that's going to steer in the right direction.
Coach, how did communication first start between you and Heather in terms of the job opening? Did she reach out to you, or did you apply, or how did that work?
Yeah, so, softball is a small community at the end of the day. And so when you have people who reach out to you and say, are you interested in this opportunity? And you say, yes, please. And then reached out by SWA and had a great conversation with Jen. And it has been a lot of information to undertake, but they've done it in the most painless, most informative and detailed and successful way possible. And so then it just built from there, reaching out for first phone call, then the interview, and there you go.
You had touched on it some a little bit earlier, Heather, but being a former college softball player, how much more of an emotional or intellectual how much more of an emotional or intellectual investment is there when you're hiring a coach in a sport that you're obviously so intimately familiar with?
Yeah, I mean, obviously every coach, you're knee deep in every search, and it's critically important to research anyone who's ever worked with them, anyone they've ever come in contact with, what's their reputation in the X world, in the basketball world, in the softball world, baseball world, whatever it is. You do have, I have very close personal relationships with people that in the softball community, and Jodi came highly, highly recommended by a number of people that I intimately trust. And I care about all of our 475 student athletes. But yeah, of course I'm a little bit more familiar with their game and who they're competing against and their patience needed at the plate in the third, ninth, and seventh inning. No, I'm kidding. But I kept going, no, don't swing at that first pitch.
I'm saying the same thing.
You care so much about the quality of their experience, and you've been there before, and you realize the pressure and nobody wants it more than them, and nobody wants to support them more than really all of us. And so, I'm really excited, and I know that Jodi has a tremendous reputation nationally, and is seen as a very incredibly competent leader and future head coach at this level, and so it's really exciting to bring someone in that has that quality of reputation.
About how many people did you interview for this, for the position, and what sort of a pool of candidates did you have?
We have a very strong pool of candidates, but in any search, it's a combination of people who want the job and people that you go after. And so, and you're going to balance those two things. So we certainly reached out to a number of people. You want to have we have the ability to recruit nationally, and so we're looking for the best fit, someone who has incredible confidence and belief in what we're building and what they are able to do, and understands the value of what being a part of Pitt athletics can bring. There's no doubt, I think when we met with Jodi, her confidence and her belief and her ability to help elevate this program from where it's at right now, which is in a pretty good spot, to really taking them to, a consistent level of success and understanding, that being in that championship game is a first taste. I mean, that's an experience that they now have. And then so to get back to that spot, we had a great deal of confidence in Jodi's ability to do that, as well as her own ability to do that.